again, where we talk about the state of our nation. It is 12:30 a.m. Nigerian time, and today we'll be looking into the developing issue, what Aloy Ejimakor, the counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, is saying about the current situation about this prolonged detention of Nnamdi Kanu. First of all, Aloy Ejimakor is doing a very wonderful job. At least everyone who sees Aloy Ejimakor should be able to thank him for the good job well done. I know that we have not gotten to the end of the story, but Aloy Ejimakor is doing a very, very wonderful job. Now, this is what is developing today. First of all, Aloy Ejimakor has come out to also state that no law or document that is supporting the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Hence, several courts have ordered his release. Before now, you have been hearing about Southeast politicians and so many people who are going to try to negotiate for Nnamdi Kanu. But Aloy Ejimakor has come out to state that some of them are worsening the issue. Some of them are making the issue to be worsened. Now, I have been saying this time without number. You know that, all these legal matters, it's not everybody that's supposed to come out and speak on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not everybody that come out that's supposed to go to meet the federal government and talk with the federal government and so on and so forth. So these things has been going on time without number. A lot of people have been saying what is contrary to the case that is going on. A lot of politicians, in the name of we are senators, we are House of Rep, we are governors, they have been going behind the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, behind Nnamdi Kanu, going to meet the federal government, and they have been worsening the situation, according to what Aloy Ejimakor said. Now, this article is from Shara Reporters, and it was written on July 8, 2024. Now, this is what Ejimakor is saying. Let me read it out. Say, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, Special Counsel for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, Monday insisted that releasing the ipob leader was not a security issue as claimed in some quarters, especially by the southeastern politicians. So what Aloy Ejimakor is saying right now is that a lot of politicians are going behind him and behind Nnamdi Kanu, meeting the federal government, saying that this is about security matter. That why Nnamdi Kanu should be released is because of the security of the southeast and all. So Aloy Ejimakor is saying that you people saying that Nnamdi Kanu should be released based on security matter is not enough. You people are wrong, because that is not the basis at which we are in court. That is not the basis at which Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Some of them are also going behind Nnamdi Kanu and behind Aloy Ejimakor, who is the spokesperson, who is the counsel, who is supposed to stand in the middle. That is the meaning of advocacy. If you're an advocate as a lawyer, you stand between the government and someone you are representing. But these people are not allowing Aloy Ejimakor. They are breaching the protocol, meeting the federal government, and of which they don't understand the legal terminologies and legal terms regarding this case. So that is what Aloy Ejimakor is stressing. Now, the next paragraph of what Aloy Ejimakor said today is, Ejimakor said that those peddling the fallacy that the matter of Nnamdi Kanu is a security issue should stop. You hear that? Those who are peddling the fantasy that the matter of Nnamdi Kanu is a security issue should stop. And this is all about the issue of South Igbo and it, and Southeast and it, and their politicians. Because they have been going, this one will have a press briefing today, the other people will have a press briefing tomorrow. They are having press briefing upon press briefing. What they are saying is that we want the president to release Nnamdi Kanu. Release Nnamdi Kanu on what basis? They are negotiating on what Aloy Ejimakor called a fantasy. That you can't negotiate the release of Nnamdi Kanu based on fantasy, telling them that based on security matter, that is why they should release him, or they should release him so that if he come out, he will stop the agitation of Biafra, and so on and so forth. Now, according to Ejimakor, nobody is killed by a mere broadcast that Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting. So what Aloy Ejimakor was saying, that the issue of Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with security issue. that it is self-determination, and Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting. Nnamdi Kanu was not carrying gun, he was not killing anybody. You have never found him with gun. You have never found him importing gun into the Nigeria, and so on and so forth. Now, Ejimakor said this while reacting to claim by Chika Obidigbo, an industrialist and the president of Osisioma Foundation, who said that President Bola Tinubu was not responsible for Kanu's detention and that Kanu's situation was purely a security issue. This is also the same thing that the Southeast politicians are also pardoning. You understand the situation. So Ejimakor is saying that people who are not telling the stories as it's supposed to be told, that they should stop. So instead of you to worsen the situation, it is better you did not even call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu than for you to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and start calling it in a wrong way, where when they will release him, the thing will now come and affect him. So that is what Ejimakor is trying to say. He says Obidigbo had criticized some Igbo politicians as well for politicizing the call for Kanu's release, saying that their actions were worsening the situation. This is what Aloy Ejimakor was saying today. You see it? Some Igbo politicians for politicizing the call for Kanu's release, saying that their actions were worsening the situation. So what is the essence of calling for Kanu's release by Igbo politicians if their action will be worsening the situation? So it is important for them to understand that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu have Aloy Ejimakor by his side is because this man is a lawyer. This man is a professional lawyer. This man understands the case. So they should not be giving press briefing, going behind Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyer and so on and so forth, doing all those things. That is a serious issue of which it must be tackled. Now, Ejimakor noted that self-determination was not a political offense, stressing that self-determination is not a crime in any part of the world, including Nigeria under Article 20 of the Nigerian law of that same African charter. He added that Kenya had a companion law. According to him, the United Nations has a companion law. When you take anybody to any court in any country in the world and you tell the court you want the person in your country because he wants Biafra, they will tell you to go to hell. This is now the situation. Aloy Ejimakor is now exposing so many secrets to Southeastern politicians and federal government. He says that any place in the part of the world where you will go and you tell them that you want to repatriate somebody because the person is agitating for Biafra, they will laugh at you and tell you to go to hell. And you can see the reason why you see so many people they want to arrest and bring back home because they're agitating for Biafra. Why all those foreign countries, including somebody like Simon Ekpa, I don't know the opinion you have about him, but the reason why such person cannot be repatriated to Nigeria is because of what Aloy Ejimakor is saying now. Aloy Ejimakor is saying that in any part of the world, when you come out to tell the country that you want somebody to be repatriated to your country because the person is seeking for self-determination, he says they will tell you to go to hell. They will laugh at you because you don't know what you are saying. So that is the situation that Aloy Ejimakor is explaining to Southeastern politicians, those who are thinking that when they call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, that maybe they can negotiate it with Nnamdi Kanu, stopping Biafra. And they are telling lies. Aloy Ejimakor say it is a fallacy for them to go to president and say, President, and when you release Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu issue is a security issue. When you release him, this one is up. Aloy Ejimakor is saying, foul. That is not the truth, and it can never be true. The Nnamdi Kanu situation is all about self-determination. So any negotiation, anything you people are saying that is against the self-determination of which that is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in prison, that you should not say it out. Because Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to drop the agitation of Biafra. So that is what Aloy Ejimakor is saying. Now, the article continues, say that is how Nigeria was founded in 1960. Aloy Ejimakor is now trying to educate the federal government and Southeastern politicians, probably maybe you, if you don't know, that in 1960, that through self-determination, that was how Nigeria was created. That was how Nigeria got independent, through self-determination. Now, let's follow what Ejimakor is saying. He said, this is how Nigeria was founded in 1960. That was how the Midwest region was created in 1963. That is how Nigeria lost Southern Cameroon to Tio Cameroon. Are you understanding what Aloy Ejimakor is saying now? That even Southern Cameroon was part of Nigeria. It was through referendum or self-determination that the Cameroon people now took Southern Cameroon and take them into Cameroon. Some part of Calabar, it was part of Nigeria. They take it to Cameroon. It was through the self-determination. People don't know this. It is important people understand what is going on. It is important people understand that what Nnamdi Kanu, all these Biafra agitation people are doing is not a bad thing. It's something that is in the ambit of the law. It is something that has been happening in Nigeria before. If they tell you that Adamawa is not Nigeria, will you believe? Adamawa has never been part of Nigeria. That is why people will tell you that Atiku is from Cameroon. Adamawa was part of Cameroon. So when they brought Adamawa into Nigeria, then some part of Nigeria, they created them into Cameroon. So that is what Aloy Ejimakor is trying to educate everybody for them to understand what is going on. Now, it says, this is how Nigeria lost Southern Cameroon to Tio Cameroon. It is either called referendum or plebiscite. A referendum or plebiscite. Now, and that is how Nigeria got Adamawa. That is what I was just explaining. That Adamawa state was not part of Nigeria. And Southern Cameroon was part of Nigeria. So through this self-determination and struggle and so on and so forth, all those Bakassi Peninsula, Nigeria lost them to Cameroon. And Nigeria got Adamawa from Cameroon. That it was through this self-determination or plebiscite. And this is how Nigeria got Adamawa, the former Southern Cameroon, into northern Nigeria. Now, Aloy Ejimakor is asking questions. He says, why should that of Biafra be different? Why should it be different? Someone should answer that question. Why should that of Biafra be different? If Adamawa state was Cameroon, because of this self-determination and agitation, it was brought into Nigeria. And Bakassi Peninsula, which was part of the Calabar region, they pushed it into Cameroon, into another country. They gave it to another country. Then, Aloy Ejimakor is saying, why should the issue of Biafra be separate? Why should it be different? This is what they have never told you. They have never even told you that because of all this, agitation and problem, that some part of Cameroon were created into Nigeria, some Nigeria was pushed into Cameroon. And today, some persons want to separate from a country. Everybody is shouting, yeah. See, anybody that sees Aloy Ejimakor should just thank him. This man is very, very good in what he's doing. Aloy Ejimakor is very, very good. Because I was one of the first person that, raised an alarm. That all these people going behind Aloy Ejimakor, behind Nnamdi Kanu, trying to say they want to negotiate, everybody's now politicizing the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. I said, these people, do they really know what they are doing? Because let them not follow the back and went there and begin to tell the federal government releasing Nnamdi Kanu will make sure that he will stop Biafra agitation. Stop what? So Aloy Ejimakor is issuing a warning to every Southeastern politician. He said, the detention of Nnamdi Kanu, of his release, has nothing to do with security issue or stopping Biafra. That what Nnamdi Kanu is doing is self-determination, and he will continue to do it anytime he comes out. And he continued to say that no courts in Nigeria that have the right to jail Nnamdi Kanu. So these people, Aloy Ejimakor is confident and he knows what he's doing. He knows that Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty of the charges that is labeled against him. But what we are seeing is otherwise. We are seeing some politicians, I do not blame them. Maybe what they are doing is from their heart. But what they are doing, they might be doing it in a wrong way. People going to beg Buhari, people going to beg people that are not supposed to even beg or talk to. Now, Aloy Ejimakor continued to say, says, upon what document did the Nigeria government arrest Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya? And upon what document did you bring him back to Nigeria? That is the question Aloy Ejimakor is asking the federal government today. Upon which document, which law did you use to arrest him? Did you use to adopt him in Kenya? And which law did you use to bring him back after kidnapping him? That is the question that scares the federal government. Now, Aloy Ejimakor continued to say, Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in the year 2015 for the very first time. Now, from 2015, we are in 2024 going to 2025. That is getting to 10 years. You know the shocking thing Aloy Ejimakor is saying? There is no court in Nigeria that have found Nnamdi Kanu guilty for almost 10 years. You see, if they are telling you people about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, they make you people to hate him. They make you people to feel that what this man is doing is evil. They make you people to feel that, oh, this man is against Nigeria. He wants Nigeria to someone that the federal government, you know, federal government, they have the power, they have the money, they have the influence to jail you. If they want to jail you within 1 month, they will jail you. But what Aloy Ejimakor is saying is that since 2015, getting to 10 years, why is it that federal government have not found Nnamdi Kanu guilty? That is the question you should be asking yourself. That is the question you should be asking yourself. So, if you people are being brainwashed by maybe what the federal government is saying or what they are doing, you see, it is important for you to refer to courts and try to understand the documents from the court. Try to understand the case, because it is because of self-determination that somebody like the country like Wales, Northern Ireland, so many other countries separated from London, from the Great Britain. So many countries separated from the Great Britain. It was because of self-determination. Now, I want to still tell you people something. This country that people are killing people to put together. Let me ask you one question. Did God create Nigeria together? Were we together? Somebody like you came and amalgamated Nigeria together. Somebody came and amalgamated Nigeria together. And the reason why it is important for us to discuss this is because we think that we are wise, and we are allowing what people, the evil people perpetrated to affect us, no matter how good somebody is. You see, if you see Nigerian politicians today, you think that, oh, they are too bad, they are too bad, they are too bad. They are bad because the system is bad. If you see Tinubu today, Tinubu is evil, Tinubu is evil. What will make him to rule well when he have a system that is not working? This system, this amalgamation of Nigeria, that is one of the major problems, but people are yet to understand. It's like when you bring, let me say, Senegal, Mali, Niger, you bring these countries together, give them 1 month, there will be war. There will be war because people are not trying to understand that we were made to live like in neighboring countries. We love the Ghanaians. We love to go to Cotonou. We love them. But how can a Nigerian love a Ghanaian more than his fellow Nigerian? Ask yourself that question. Why is it that the Hausas hate Yoruba, the Yorubas hate Igbo, the Igbos hate Edo? As in there are so many things that are not okay in Nigeria. There are so many things that are not okay. And this thing is not our problem. Most times, it's not the problem of our politicians. People are not yet to understand. I'm not trying to exonerate Nigerian politicians. Don't quote me wrong. I'm not trying to exonerate them. I'm not trying to say that they are good. I'm not trying to say that what they are doing is nice. I'm not trying to say that what Nigerian politicians have been doing, that it is good. But I'm trying to say that most of the things that are going on is not the problem of Nigerian politicians at all. Because Let me tell you now, we have a diverse value in Nigeria. I respect everyone's culture. I respect everyone's religion. I respect your value. But there is a clash of value. There is a clash of idea in Nigeria. The Northerners believe that you can't drink beer. They believe in Sharia law. They believe that you can't sell beer. All those things is what they believe. They are right. I love them. No problem. Then the Southerners, they believe that, yes, beer is good for us. All those things. Now, the Northerners have what they call Sharia law. That if you even talk something you did not talk it to against their prophet, they call it blasphemy, and you are worthy to be stoned to death. That is what they believe. No problem. But when you join these two people together that don't have anything in common, you create a war. And that is what Britain did. They knew that these people cannot go together. They knew that there would be problem when these people amalgamated together. And they did it. But you see, we have been brainwashed. Anytime we come out, we hear about Sunday Igboho, we say, hey, no, leave Sunday Igboho. He's a criminal. You people don't know what he's fighting. You see, next 1,000 years, we'll still have all this geographical area, but we will not be there. Our children will be there. Anything you refuse to correct tomorrow, you are leaving it for your children to come and meet. Do you think that the way you see Africa countries like this, nothing is moving? Do you think that is a normal thing? People who came to colonize us, they did a lot of evil. The amalgamated people, they are not supposed to amalgamate. They gave us a wrong education. They gave you education so that you can work under them. That is the basis of our school. That is why you see people will go to school, they will come out, they will not see job. You see people will go to school, an engineer cannot even service a car. You are an electrical engineer, you can't even do anything. You can't even wire a house. You are a civil engineer, you can't even lay a foundation. These are the education they imposed on us because they just want us to serve them. They did not create our school for us to come out and establish a company. That is why you see people that did not go to school are the ones who are establishing the companies. People that did not go to school. Innocent have only WAEC. Innocent did not go to university, but today he is the highest producer of car in Nigeria. That is a way for you to understand that even the school they gave us is a wrong school. So when we are talking about the situation of Nigeria and why we must emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, everybody will be saying, oh, you don't have job or you don't do this. See, people that you accuse that they don't have job, that is why they are talking, they have job, they are okay, they are not hungry. But there is something they see that is not working and they cannot leave it. You see, posterity will judge everyone. Those who keep quiet today, tomorrow you will understand the quiet you kept. I was talking to somebody from is it from Urendi, from my state, Delta State, and he was telling me, an old man, he was telling me that they made a greatest mistake for betraying Ojukwu. I said, what kind of mistake do you people made for betraying Ojukwu? He said that when Ojukwu was talking about issue why Nigeria should go their separate ways then, that they did not understand what he meant. That now they understand. He was talking about, he said one oil well was in his father's lands. They have oil well in his father's land, but the federal government took the oil well, they gave it to somebody in the north. And today he can't farm, he can't do anything, he's hungry, but he has oil well in his farm. Is that thing supposed to be going on? And when you talk, people are not understanding. So Aloy Ejimakor today is warning the Southeast politicians. It's warning everybody who is going through the back of Nnamdi Kanu, who is going through his back, and continue to negotiate what is not negotiable. So that is the situation. Let me read some comments. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my live streaming where we talk about the state of our nation. And tonight we are talking about the issue regarding the council to Nnamdi Kanu, warning everyone who is going behind calling the situation of Nnamdi Kanu a security situation, or trying to tell the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu that when he comes out, he will not agitate again. So Aloy Ejimakor exposed a lot of things today. he exposed a lot of things. He started saying that it was because of self-determination that made Nigeria to be created. It was because of self-determination that through the West, the Middle Belt, the East, they bring us together. It was because of self-determination Adamawa was created from Cameroon. Adamawa was not part of Nigeria. You don't know this. And when people are talking about separation or creation of state, people will be angry. But Adamawa was not part of Nigeria. It was part of Cameroon. Atiku Abubakar was not a Nigerian. It was where they corner Adamawa to Nigeria. That is where those people became Nigerians. And Bakassi Peninsula, part of Calabar, even when Nigeria was when Calabar was federal capital territory of Nigeria, and a lot of people don't know. Even so many parts of Nigeria that today now they are part of Cameroon. They put it in part of Cameroon. So these are the things Aloy Ejimakor was trying to explain, that the Nnamdi Kanu issue is pure self-determination issue. That whether you release him, you did not release him, he will continue to do that because it's not against the law. So what did Nnamdi Kanu do wrong? That is the question. Aloy Ejimakor is saying Nnamdi Kanu was arrested 2015, that is approximately 10 years ago. And this man has never been found guilty. 10 years ago, a federal government is trying you. They did not find anything guilty. Now, the only thing they are saying is that his broadcast, that he used his broadcast, he used derogatory words, he used his broadcast to instigate violence. Now, the question is this. The law of Nigeria, and that is similar to every other law in the world, where you commit a crime, that is where you will be tried. If you say that Nnamdi Kanu committed a crime, that he should be tried for his broadcast, in other words, he should be tried in London, because the radio Biafra was done in London. So that is the situation. Let me have this call. Please, if you want to call in through this WhatsApp number. So let's hear your opinion. Okay, the call has called. That was from Chris. Please call back. Now, let me read some comments. Abuchin, good morning. He said he will stay in DSS for 20 years. Bet me. You are defending the criminal. How is Nnamdi Kanu criminal? He's not criminal. Let me receive this call, please. Hello and good morning. Please lower the volume of your video there so that people can hear what you are saying.
Can you hear me clear now?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. Good morning. So today, Aloy Ejimakor is warning so many people who are referring Nnamdi Kanu issue as a security issue, and also people who are going behind them to beg the federal government, and which is, according to him, it's a fallacy. Yes, that these Igbo politicians moving up and down, that what most of them are doing is fallacy, because most of them don't understand the basis of the law that is holding Nnamdi Kanu and the issue, what the federal government find against Nnamdi Kanu. They don't understand the thing, but they are moving up and down, having a press briefing, talking what they don't know about. So what is your opinion about that?
Everything they are doing there is for their own pockets. Politicians, they are not doing all those things just for the masses of.
So you mean they are politicizing? You mean they are politicizing Nnamdi Kanu's detention?
Yeah, using it for their own gain.
Because me now, recently I was surprised where everybody, the whole Igbo politicians, all of them started calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Somehow I liked it, but the way they were calling it, I say no, there is a political undertone to this.
Yeah, there is the real political undertone, because they are not doing it for maybe the Igbo people or for the Easterners or for the general public. It's just for their own good. And another thing is that they thought that if they arrest or hold him now, the kind of Biafra agitation will stop. But at this point now, even while Nnamdi Kanu is there, a Biafra agitation is even going more high. And so we find out now they are in a kind of, they don't know what to do again. If they allow Nnamdi to be there, will even become worse. In fact, they don't have any option than to release Nnamdi. And if these people, this Ohanese and Igbo, know at this point, they don't even supposed to beg anybody.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
They're not supposed to go. Like if you check during the time of Igbo, do you see any Yoruba politician going around to beg anybody?
Absolutely not.
Nobody begged anybody. During the time of this man, they released that time, this Boko Haram. Nobody begged anybody.
Yeah.
But when it comes to East Igbo or Eastern region, you see them, our politicians misbehaving, behaving like kids because of what they stand to gain of, So there's something you said that captured my mind that made me to call. You said about what somebody told you that the Ojukwu, that during the war that they disappointed Ojukwu.
Yeah.
I think you said something like that. At the same way now, if some of our people cannot understand what is going on now and fight for our right. If we want to be one Nigeria, let us be one Nigeria with a level playing ground. But the reason why you see all this agitation is because of injustice. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
If you don't handle it now, tomorrow it will become worse. Just like that man is saying that now they understand what Ojukwu was saying that time. In the next years to come, if we don't do anything, especially with the Easterners or Eastern region, if we don't do anything, years to come, maybe by that time some of us will have been old. Our children will be saying the same thing. So it's high time that we stand, all of us, both politicians. If we want to be one Nigeria, no problem. But we must be one Nigeria where there is justice, where there is level playing ground for everybody. Not one Nigeria, some people will be marginalized. You'll be using some people to hold that Nigeria together. Then for instance, me now, I left Lagos some years ago. I persuaded my senior brother for us to go down to East and start business factory and everything. There's this opportunity that he has. I'm the one that persuaded him, begged him to take that factory down. But do you know what happened? When we came down to the East for that factory, you find out that for you, because we are supposed to be exporting the goods. Now, for you to be able to export the goods, even if you go to this Port Harcourt to export it, the kind of condition they will give you, they will do it in a way that you must go back to Lagos. Are you getting what I'm saying? So at a point, we become frustrated. We cannot export again just because they find out that you are from the East. Just because they find out that the kind of condition, they will not say it. At a point, somebody have to call us. There is this man now, I don't want to mention his name. Okay. The man is in a position now in Nigeria government. Okay. They send them to come and kind of supervise our company. They give us some condition that we must meet the condition before we continue. The man joined them. So that time was during Buhari time. So the kind of condition they were giving us, the man now called us because the man is from the East. The man is from Port Harcourt. Okay. The man at a point, the man called us and said, all these things they are telling us to do, they are just doing it to frustrate us, that we should stop spending money. Are you getting it? Okay. That they are doing it because the product we are doing somehow is against their religion. Are you getting? It's against their religion. So, but they don't want to say it because if they say it openly, pump and play, it will. But they are doing it under giving us conditions that we know as a company we can never meet. If they tell us to bring, maybe for us to export one container, this month now they will give us they will tell us to bring 10 million. To export, or 5 million just for us to export. Okay, we will now go and calculate ourselves on. We have up to that time. We have up to 80 workers. Are you getting it? Yeah. But after we have built everything together, see if we can make gain. If we come back next 2 months, it will be as if they say, yeah, you let her come back. They will now double that amount for the exploitation. Before they gave us 4 million. And you know, when you are running a company, you have to mention both your gas and everything to see if you can still make gain after paying workers. If we now calculate all these things and come back again and say, okay, let us continue to try. If you go back, they will now top another 5 million without asking you any question, without checking how you are paying your workers. At a point, they now have to send some delegates to come to our company. When they came, most of them is Islam from the north. So we thought that after coming to our factory to see the workers, how we are striving to pay the workers, that they will have mercy on us and give us they will reduce some money for us, at least for us to be able. Do you know that they went back and even topple as if they are even angry? That seeing those workers there is as if they are even angry. They went and put more money for us to even, at a point we stopped. That company now, we are no more running it still. So we changed, we are doing another thing. We have only 20 workers now. Just doing some local, and it has to do with agriculture. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is because we are in Nigeria, because we are from a particular side and we are one Nigeria. They are not even looking. So it's not everybody in the East or Asani Igbo that really want Nigeria to break. But if you look at the way Nigeria is going, you don't have option. Nobody wants to be a slave. Nobody wants to be a slave forever. The same question I asked my father when I was growing, when we are staying at Benin that time, when I was growing that time, I asked my father, why is it that, they are marginalizing us? Even that time, if we go to school, the way they, so my father told me it's as a result of Nigeria war and all. So after 20 years now, my son is asking me the same question. Are you getting what I'm saying? You see, so you find out Nigeria cannot work. Let's stop pretending. Unless if they can do things and they know what to do, if they can go back to region, you understand, as they did it before.
Yeah.
If they can, they know that if they do it that way, it will. But the Northerners will not allow that. Because they want to enslave the Eastern region forever. Because if Nigeria, there are some people that if Nigeria become good today, they will lose. They will not be making the kind of money they are making.
Of course.
Are you getting what I'm saying? Like I do tell people, I don't count Dangote as a rich man. Because even if you give me the opportunity, just one opportunity, just give me the opportunity to be selling only me in Nigeria, I will become a billionaire.
Yeah.
So I don't see him. The reason why he's saying, and everybody knows that, monopoly. They just because it's from the north. People will not be getting. One of my sister daughter went for exam for competition at the north. They called her. It has to do with education. They called before the competition. They called them at the back of the stage and tell them that they have to pave way for a Northerner because they are trying to encourage Northerners to encourage them to go to school, so that they should step down. They should know how they present. Are you getting it?
Okay.
The girl came back. She's supposed to take first. They ended up giving her second because he's not a Northerner. You see how that he was saying it bitterly, that they just, they told them that they should not mind, that at the end of the day, they should subside, they should not give all their best, because at the end of the day, they will give it to a Northerner. This is a young girl of about 16 years. So Nigeria cannot work. We are just deceiving ourselves. Nobody wants to tell the truth, but they know some are afraid.
Wow.
Because if they say it now, they will start chasing them up, pushing them around. So thank you for what you are doing, my brother.
Thank you so much, Brother Chris. Thank you so much for calling in. Wow, that is a wonderful narration. Let me read some comments and understand what some people are also saying. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, and God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Wow, that is the side of the story from Mr. Chris. Now, let me read some comments. Onyekwendu Osini, good morning, welcome. He says, thank you, my brother, you are doing a great job. Abi Rankin, good morning, welcome. Says, you are saying real fact, and God will bless you for doing this. Thank you so much. Victor Najafo says, greetings from Australia. Thank you, Okocha. Please, we are going home, okay. Ak Benedict Sanson said, let us admit he incited the core that is being used against him. Okay, say we should admit that Nnamdi Kanu incited some, some things that is being used against him. I don't have issue about that. I'm not against that, what you said, because yes, I'm the first person that even said it, that he used some derogatory words and so on and so forth. But the reason why he used that, Nnamdi Kanu used the first derogatory words when they started coming against his people. Now, if you want to charge somebody for using a bad word, it will not be more than 6 months imprisonment. That is the issue we are talking about. If they want to charge Nnamdi Kanu, so let them detain him because of some way, it will not be more than 6 months. But this man has been in detention since 10 months, released and arrest up to 10 years now, from 2015 to 2024. And the federal government have not found him guilty. The court have not found him guilty. So that is what we are talking about. Yes, he used some derogatory words. During Python dance, military killed some people, right? Military invaded his compound. They killed some people, right? Supreme Court, the highest court in Nigeria, faulted the federal government. Said federal government was wrong for invading his home, for doing Python dance, for kidnapping. So the justice has been passed already. And people don't want to understand because of what you believe personally. You don't want to understand what is right. There is a difference between what you know and what is right. There is a difference between what you understand and what is right. According to the Bible, it says there are some ways that seemeth right in a man's eyes, but the end leads to destruction. That was what happened between federal government and Nnamdi Kanu. If you read the judgment of the Supreme Court condemned in totality everything that the federal government did. Now, Supreme Court did not say that self-determination is wrong. Supreme Court did not stop Nnamdi Kanu not to agitate again. Yes, I accept, according to what you wrote, Ak Benedict, I accept what you said, that Nnamdi Kanu he incited some words. No problem about that. Now, this is where the issue comes out. Nnamdi Kanu just incited some words, but there are some people like Adama Barrow, Asari Dokubo. These people use gun, they kill, they wipe away people because they were looking for Biafra. Asari Dokubo was agitating for Biafra. He was carrying gun, doing all sorts of things. They arrested him, they leave him because it's just an agitation. They forgive him because he was aggrieved. That is what we are trying to talk that. What of somebody who has never even carried a weapon once? Let us call a spade now. We cannot see the truth and bend it. But they, on that Samuel say, I think it is quite time the Igbo stop attacking Igbo matters to Igbo. You guys should make it what it is. Nnamdi Kanu, aside from fighting Biafra, is a man that is fighting for general well-being. I think so. It says, of the nation, if you keep making the issues Igbo issues, it will only be causing more hatred and more time of his detention. Nigeria past history is still hurting us around. Anyway, yes, what you said is, let me say, 90% true. Nigerian past history is hurting us. I do not agree. Nigeria present is hurting everybody, not even Nigeria past history. The Nigeria present is hurting everybody. And I will tell you how Nigeria present is hurting everybody. How many times have you seen in the budget the money they made from Nigerian goods? Because the gold is not from the southwest. It's not from the south-south. It's not from the southeast. That is why you people are not seeing the money of the gold. The gold is from the north. They sponsor insecurity where they are extracting the gold, where they are mining the gold. They sponsor insecurity and they started mining the gold. Go to Egypt here. They are sending Nigerian gold. They have shops where they sell Nigerian gold. Go to Morocco here. They have shops where they sell Nigerian gold. Go to Qatar, Nigerian gold. Go to Dubai, Nigerian gold. Where are they mining it from? But your crude oil from the south belong to the north. So we are trying to set the record straight and let people understand the reason what is causing all this agitation. These are the things causing all this agitation. Tell me, which country can tolerate this and be together? Which country? All this insecurity going on in the north, what do you think that it is the cause? Mineral resources from the north. The federal government, they don't want the federal government to mine it. They will sponsor insecurity, begin to mine it. Zamfara state, I told you people before, Zamfara is the only state in Nigeria that has no airport, but every week more than 4 planes will land in Zamfara. What are they doing? People should ask questions. You people should start asking questions. They are coming to take Zamfara goods. One woman came to Arise News and exposed that 1 timper of Zamfara soil, ordinary sandal, 1 timper is worth more than 1 timper of crude oil. Why? Because inside that sand, they are gold inside. They are gold. So all these things is going on in Nigeria. People don't know. So people who understand what is going on, there is no way you will understand what is going on and not be angry. It not get how you want to know what they go on for Nigeria, you know go they angry. And the same north where they are mining the gold, people are dying of malnutrition. Go to the hospitals in the north. Many people are out of school and they are mining the gold. Federal government is not receiving the money. Few people are receiving the money. Dangote built a refinery, right? Even though Dangote is a beneficiary of all this government and practices, but Dangote refinery is not using Nigerian fuel. Dangote is importing crude oil from abroad. Does that make sense? For you now, it will look surprised to you, right? That Dangote is importing fuel while Nigeria is exporting fuel. Nigeria is exporting, petroleum products. They will put it into fuel, they will import it to Nigeria. Then Dangote have a what is it called, refinery. Then Dangote will now import his own because there are some people who don't want him to do that. They don't want fuel to come down. They want to be eating that money of fuel subsidy. And people don't want to understand. Benedict Samson says, it is looking like Yoruba is the problem of Igbo. I used to tell people I don't buy to that. We are not the problem of ourselves. We are the common victims. We are the common victims. So we are the victims of ourselves. So these political cabals, they are our problem. Osindi said because he's an Igbo man. Abi Ranking say, I'm very sure right now because listening to this call you just had this man. Okay, really made me feel so sad. Well, that is the problem, Mr. Abi. God will help this country. MLBBS and Games says Maximum Okocha. Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Bosco, please, I just missed your call. Please call back so that we'll hear from you what you are saying. Please, you can also call in to share your view. So what we are saying is that there is no one that will know what is going on in this country and not be angry. Everyone who understands what is going on in this country, you must be sad. You must be sad unless you don't know what is going on. Unless you don't know what is going on. There is no how you will know what is going on that will not make you to be angry. You must be angry. So it's not our fault. As many people who are agitating, it is not their own problem. It is not their own problem that they are agitating. So we just pray that everything will go on well. Good morning, Mr. Bosco.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, good evening from my son. I'm calling from Georgia, Atlanta. So yeah, I was following you just a little bit, and then listening to what you were saying. Of course, you're always on point. Your analysis, I keep telling you, you're doing a very, very great job.
Thank you so much.
Yes, the only part that I do not, of course, I know this is a freedom of speech. Everybody's entitled to say what they want to say sometimes, but not to disrespect nobody. But I know sometimes, you bring up some people
like the bystander or whatever they call them in Nigeria, and they give the analysis of what's going on, which is a good thing. But the only part I do not understand, the only part I do not really agree is those guys that do that far standing. When they make the analysis, they try to involve this guy that is over in Finland, and that makes me really upset. Why? Because if these guys understand what the damages that guy has caused to some of our people back home in the eastern part, about his autopilot and the rest of it, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will not be promoting him by talking. Always mentioning his name. They keep mentioning his name, and that kind of pisses me off. And on top of that, they keep saying they have a referendum. Oh my good God, they have a referendum that this guy is just a whole lot of people. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. I just want to point out one there. You see, the issue of Nigeria gives a whole lot of headache, my brother. It gives so much headache that when you think about it, okay, look at all that live here abroad. I've been here I've been overseas for a long time, brother. I've been here for a long time. Despite the fact I've been here for long, lived in Japan, lived in South Korea, now in the United States and everything. So this is a total of about 25 years because I left Nigeria when I was a little younger kid. So what I'm trying to say is, despite the fact I've lived in all these cities, all the countries or whatever, and I know they have, these countries are so nice and beautiful to stay, but still, we clamor that we want our own nation. Why do we want that? We see ourselves overseas as being slaves, doing what we're doing over here. No matter what you do overseas, you are a slave in the sense that the kind of things we do over there, we do here overseas. In Nigeria, due to the natural resources God has already given to us, you see the way the Dubai citizens, they enjoy themselves, and then they live they enjoy themselves and they don't have much to really worry about because the government is really taking care of. They have the natural resources. Their citizens are not suffering that much. What we have, do you know that the gas that we have that is in Egbema in Owerri, that you see that a lot of people that they always have all these shootings and killings that the military took over. Do you know why? We have the highest, the fourth deposited gas reserve right there in the whole world. After Russia, I think Tunisia, and then Imo State there in Egbema. Do you know that? Do your research.
Wow.
We have the fourth or the third largest in the world of natural resources. Why do you think they have all these crises over there? It's because of those things. So what am I trying to say to you? I'm saying this to you for you to understand that these people, what they're doing to us, because if they let us go, my brother, I'm telling you, every university once Biafra comes, it's going to be free. It's going to be free education.
Of course.
It's going to be free. The masses or the citizens will never suffer. They will never suffer. They will get so much. So this is why the Nigerian government is stopping us from, getting our own nation. But the truth remains, no matter what they do, we are not one people. They should find their way and be on their own. They are the ones or the whatever. Let them be on their own. Let the Igbo. Listen, we're not different culture, different identity, different everything. Nigeria is the worst British creation. They merged more than 4, 5, 6 countries together and call them Nigeria. And the funny thing is, we have been trying to live as one country called Nigeria since 1914. Since the creation of Nigeria. It's not working.
It's not working.
And the kind of thing that pisses me off, once you go on X, that's Twitter, X or whatever, you see how dumb our people are. Let me tell you, Nigerian youths, they are dead bodies. I'm sorry to use that word. They are dead bodies. Dumb and dead bodies. Why do I say that? These guys, from what happened to them in 2023 about the election, it is true that Obi won outrightly. And yet, right in front of them, they took it away from them. And they could not do nothing. Nothing. Even though Obi told them not to revote. Are they foolish? Obi is already made. He's a multi-millionaire. He's a billionaire, Obi. You should understand that they are fighting for their own self.
Yeah.
If Obi told them not to revote, they will say, no, we will revote. You know why? Because they are fighting for themselves, not for Obi. Obi is already a rich man. He's a billionaire.
Sorry to cut you short. You know what Omoyole Sowore said? He said that the obedience that they were doing well, mobilizing well, that the only thing that made him to hate obedience is that when obedience supposed to shut the Nigeria down, obedience did not shut Nigeria down. that it was after the election that the revolution was ripe. But Peter B just said everybody should calm down, everybody calm down. That if he is in the position as the presidential candidate that has such vote, and he knew that they rigged the election, that even the INEC chairman will not live where he was calling result. He made this statement on Chinese television, on a national television, so it's not a secret statement.
And then, my brother, listen, one thing again you should understand. We that are IPOBs, we read minutes into a whole lot of stuff. Obi was in PDP.
Yeah.
He was in PDP. Then later, what he did, almost at the last minute, he went over and then he switched over to Labour Party.
Labour Party.
And that was after he went to 10 Downing Street. Every presidential candidate always go to 10 Downing Street. Of course, we know that Nigeria is owned by the Britain or whatever.
Yeah.
They go to that 10 Downing Street. Now, Obi, there is something they told him in that 10 Downing Street. And that thing they told Obi in that 10 Downing Street, that was when he came back. That was when he actually came back and denounced and then said, okay, you know what, he wants to form a Labour Party. And Obi did that thing on purpose. Why did I say that? He did that thing on purpose because he wants to down the tension of IPOB. Because IPOB have seen this thing how many years ago? I keep telling them Nigeria is irredeemable, Nigeria is not workable. Still, they're not listening. And the funny thing is, even if you bring 100 of P2B cannot fix that country because the constitution is already flawed. That constitution is flawed. And again, Nigeria has already expired. If Nigeria did not work after how many years, after over 100 years, that it didn't work. Is it now? Is it if all these guys that ruled couldn't change Nigeria, is somebody is going to come change it? So this is the thing that when we talk about Nigeria disintegrating, and people are still talking and saying always talking about one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Brother, I tell you one thing, man. It's easy for us that are overseas to actually say, you know what, you should. You guys should just stay there in Nigeria. We're not coming back. We can stay here and live our better life over here. But because we want to come back home. We want to come back home because we know what we have back home over there. And then when we come, we will enjoy more better than this thing we're doing over here.
That's right.
Okay, see, I'm just not coming back from work. What time is it? This is almost 8 o'clock. I'm just coming back. I left work 9 o'clock. I worked for almost 10 hours coming back from work. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter what it is, if we're back home, due to the natural resources we have, we will live much better. I think it's about time for these youths, for them to understand that Nigeria is not workable and Nigeria is irredeemable. But it's a good thing that now that everybody is clamoring for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Marcel can never compromise. You see that Biafra? Let me tell you, you see that place where he is. No matter what they do, that's what they're discussing. Because if you release Nnamdi Kanu today, you're releasing all the whole IPOB member that is being held illegally. Once it comes out, everybody's going to come out. Because, and let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu cannot come out of that place until they finalize anything about either the referendum or Biafra. He cannot come out. Because he said, because you know what? We have reached the Rubicon. What he wants is Biafra, nothing else. Give him Biafra. He has even said, okay, you know what? You should take your oil. Take your oil. Give me Biafra. Take the oil. Give me Biafra. Take the oil. We don't want the oil. Take the oil, but give me Biafra. You understand what I'm saying? That is to tell you how determined he is. He's very, very determined. And we that are following him are very determined because we know what? We know that Biafra is the only solution. Biafra is the only thing that's going to stop all these problems, all these killings, all this tribalism, all this, it's just, Biafra is the only solution. There's no two ways about it. And the earlier these people understand that Biafra is the only solution, the better for them. All this talking about one Nigeria is sickening, it makes one very, very angry. What is wrong with the youth? Look at what the Kenyans do. Look at what they make their president do. But what Nigerian youth do is they go online, they gossip about the video.
We are still enjoying. Nigerians have not started suffering. When it is time, they will do something.
Bros, they talk about the cucumber prank. They talk about Big Brother Niger. They talk about irrelevant things, useless youth that I don't even know what they want. I don't know what they want. So like me, if I go online right now, any Nigerian artist or whatever speaking about how to disintegrate like that country called Nigeria, I don't listen to them. And all the people that I used to know that I'm following, follow all of them. I don't want to follow them because what they do, what they do on social media makes you want to get sick. Everybody in Nigeria should be speaking of how to disintegrate that country. So everybody will be on their own and develop their own places. And then so that all this problem will stop. Yoruba don't like Igbo, Igbo don't like Yoruba, Hausa don't like Igbo, Igbo don't like Hausa. Because we don't want people. Why are we still forcing ourselves in that useless country? My brother, I have to let you go, man. That's what I wanted to contribute.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bosco. I understand your narrative. I understand your story. It's really true that I believe that Nigerians have not started suffering because when it comes to a point where you can't do anything, you see what the Kenyans did. 40 portfolios were scrapped for them to provide jobs for the youths. Like where Nigeria will scrap down 40 ministers, scrap everything down, both the tax note they were bringing, everything was scrapped down. So this is what I was expecting that is going to happen in Nigeria. But you see, it will only happen where everybody begin to speak in one voice. That is where the force will come out. But when someone speaks, another one will counter it. Someone will speak because these people don't know the story. They don't know what is going on. They don't know where we are going. They don't know where we are coming from. So that is the issue. Thank you so much, Mr. Bosco.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Wow, the issue and situation in the country. Say, Mazman Okocha, where is the evidence? Francisco Andrade, say Bonanote, Buongiorno qui è buongiorno. Please, what evidence? I forgot if there is something I'm talking about evidence. Please remind me. MLBB and Games. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Onyekwendo Osindi says they are using tribalism. Is one of the things that is making us not to come together to protest. Yes, that is right. I believe that is true. Steve C says, God bless Yokola and God bless Biafra. God bless you too. So, in a nutshell, what we are saying, the topic that led to all this story is because Aloy Ejimakor is coming out to warn so many people from the southeastern Nigeria because of the role they are playing in negotiating with the federal government on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu, on behalf of himself. But normally, as you all know, Aloy Ejimakor is the counsel of Nnamdi Kanu, is the lawyer. If there is anything they want to negotiate, he's supposed to be in the middle. That is the meaning of advocacy. That is the meaning of a lawyer. The person who mediates between two parties when there is a quarrel or all those things. But they are not doing it. They are going through his back. Now, Aloy Ejimakor have come out to say that issue of Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with the issue of security, and nobody should negotiate that Nnamdi Kanu will come out and stop the agitation of Biafra and so on and so forth. So he was so furious when he was saying it. And it was published on the Vanguard, on the Shara Reporters, and some other national newspapers. Now, the point is this. Aloy Ejimakor said that what Nnamdi Kanu was doing is self-determination, and self-determination is not against the law. So some persons were saying that, Nnamdi Kanu was inciting some violence and so on and so forth. Well, let the federal government prove it before the court of law. Ejimakor is very angry. Ejimakor is very angry in the sense that he said, getting to 10 years, since 2015 to 2024, that the federal government has never won any case against Nnamdi Kanu. The federal government has never come out and said, maybe the one court will come out and say, Nnamdi Kanu, you are guilty for 9 years, because the narrative they are selling to people is different from the reality. What they will tell you, they tell you so many things about Nnamdi Kanu so that you will hate him. They told you that Nnamdi Kanu is evil, Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. How? Can you prove it? How is it a criminal? How is it a criminal? So these are the stories they sold to people. They tell people bad things. They see if they want to. That is how they were even calling P2B. When P2B, after the presidential election, everybody were saying P2B is committing treason. Babadati Ahmed is committing treason because Babadati Ahmed says that what happened during the election is not constitutional, that they should not say Tinubu. Everybody say, hey, Baba that Emere was committing treason, Peter Obi was committing treason. The whole people following Peter Obi, they say that the obedience are very bad, they are constituting nuisance. They started calling everybody evil. To tell you how people can sell narrative if they hate you. Once they hate you, they will begin telling lies against you. And this thing is not only about the country, it happens in your family, it happens in your working place, it happens even in your business places. If anyone hates you, they will begin to tell so many things against you. They'll begin to tell lies. Haven't you have a friend who begin to tell people lies about you? Because he hates you, he's envying you, he's jealousing you. The person will just begin to tell lies about you. He will tell them you are a criminal, he will tell them that you thief, he will tell them that, oh, this person, oh, it's a woman, oh, the woman, forget now, hookup they do. You know they do hookup, oh, they're gonna lie against you because they don't want you to achieve what you want to achieve. That is what was going on and is still going on with the issue of Nigeria government and Nnamdi Kanu. They sold narrative to people that Nnamdi Kanu was a criminal. Now, after 10 years, no Nigeria court found Nnamdi Kanu guilty after 10 years. If the federal government want to find you guilty, they will hold you today, take you to court and find you guilty. But how? How could it be that after 10 years, this man, they have not found him guilty? They are still detaining him, prolonging the issue, turning everything up and down. And people who don't understand are still here, trying to defend the federal government, trying to say, Nnamdi Kanu do this, Nnamdi Kanu do. Do you know what federal government is doing? Do you know what Tinubu is doing? You know what Tinubu caused before Tinubu went to exile? Tinubu ran out of Nigeria. When he caused what he caused before, he came back, he said he don't believe in one Nigeria. I have the newspaper seen the Michael here. Tinubu said he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. And after everything, see, what you people are seeing now, nothing is happening than what has happened before. People fought for Nigeria even to separate before. Hausa people fought for Nigeria to separate before. So what is happening now does not start now. People should read about Nigeria. If you know about Nigeria, you will be very angry with yourself. If you know what is going on, all these politicians, all of them went to free education. While I was growing up, my school was free. I have even Andy pencil free, Andy biro free, Andy books free. Oh, many things, free education. All these people you are seeing, their levels, it was free education. But it reached their turn to, bring the free education as the dividends of democracy to the poor masses. Only thing they have to do is to impoverish them, loot their money, take their money abroad, do whatever they like, scatter the country. And the people who are the victims are still standing, trying to defend them. Nigerians are still enjoying. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is still enjoying. When the suffering will come, we will know. You see, this year, things are expensive, right? Things are very cheap. Because last year, people planted and people are harvesting now. This year, people are not planting. No. How many things can you import? People are not planting because of bandits who are kidnapping people in the bush. People are not planting. So what are we going to eat next year? People are not asking questions. Everybody is just on social media doing what they like, doing prayer. Yes, they have to do prayer. They have to get money by all means because the government is not working. But we should face the issue. But because what is coming, well, I still have about 10 minutes. We still have about 10 minutes of this broadcast. Please let me know what you think about this whole issue that we have discussed so far. And if you still have time, you can call in, let us discuss and talk to us what you think about this situation. Joseph Ozigbo, good morning, sir. Says you are doing a fantastic job. Just don't mind the feeble critics. It is normal in this type of situation. Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir. I don't mind about that. And I love critics. I love people who criticize me because they are the reason why I'm on social media. Because I really want people to understand. I really want people to change the way they are thinking so that this country can move forward. Someone who is eating your future, you cannot be defending the person. Because what we are going through, if you like it, no problem. Your children will still come and face the worst thing. But that is not the situation. Say, I was paid to go to university. I collected bursary. Talks Jones. Wow. That was when, sir, Mr. Jones, that was when. When did they pay you for you to go to school? Is it in Nigeria, please? I'm interested. I want to know. Emeka Chima, good morning, sir, and welcome, sir. Mr. Jones, please, I'm waiting for your response. Mr. Jones says that he was paid to go. 1981. Wow. 1981. Yesterday, there is one, that was the day before yesterday. Someone told us here that with 6,500 naira, he was able to travel to America, pay $10,000 with 6,500 for his school fees and house rent. This country is gone. There was a country. Okay, University of Lagos, 1981. They paid you to go to school and you still collect bursary. You see what I'm saying? You see, if I'm saying, thank God that you are here now. If I'm saying all these things now, that all these politicians we are seeing today, that they went to free education, but now, instead of them to give us free education, they are killing us. If I say if people who are just growing up, they won't understand because they don't read and they don't read history, they don't ask questions. But thank God that you are here trying to explain that they paid you in Nigeria here. They pay someone to go to school. But what is going on today? So that people, I want to free education, yes. And I also benefited from that of Midwest and the Bayero and the Pencil and the free education. So what I'm trying to say is that we Nigerians, we are not ready. We are not ready at all. When we are ready, we will know. All these people you are seeing, Tinubu, Atiku, P2B, all of them, I mean all of them, they went to free education. Let them tell us how much they pay for their school fees. Free education, but today, they can't even pay ASU. ASU will be going to strike everything, nothing is working. And yet, people are not still moving. Yes, Mr. Jones, I agree with you with that word you use. Because we are behaving like cowards. We are behaving like cowards. They thought that people who come out to talk, if they see you talking, they say, they cry. Now you know. People who are talking, they are not hungry. They are not crying. Just that they were able to study and understand what the meaning of country is. I made a video the other time. I said, if every Nigerian understand the meaning of citizenship, most Nigerians have not traveled. If you saw these people disturbing on the internet space that Nigeria is no good, you see people who are agitating. Sunday Igbo, he traveled. When he came by, started agitating. Asari Dokubo traveled. He came by, started agitating. Nnamdi Kanu was in London when he started agitating because these people, they know what it means to be a citizen. They know what it means to be a citizen of a country. Nigerians are not citizens. We are still slaves, either you like it or not. If you are a citizen, you don't have a job, the government should pay you for not having a job. It is happening in most African countries. Your health should be free. Why is it that you are sick, you don't have money to go to hospital, and you say you are a citizen? That is not mean of a citizen. You are a foreigner. We are still foreigners in Nigeria, either you believe it or not. You don't have money to go to school, and because of money you did not go to school, and you said you are a citizen. You do know the meaning of citizen. A citizen of a country don't need money to go to school if you don't have money. Government will fund your education. When you finish, government will employ you. They started taking penny from your salary. That is what even the worst government do. Some government give you free education. You don't have money, they give you free education. Your parents don't have money, they give you free education. We said we are citizens. If a road is bad, your car got accident because the road is bad, the government's supposed to pay. But in Nigeria, you will pay for yourself because we are not citizens and you will not talk. In other countries, citizens elect their leaders. But in Nigeria, citizens don't elect. The leaders elect themselves. They select themselves and they hijack the will of the citizens and block you. Whenever your voice is about to be heard, they will do something. They will call it technical glitch. They will do all sorts of things. And still we ourselves, we are still praising them. Our mothers, they will loot our money. Politicians will loot our money. They will come use 1 billion to tie only 2 kilometers of road. No gutter. Our mothers will tie wrapper, begin to clap for them. They will take chief Tansi title. They will do all sorts of things. If I look at what is going on in Nigeria sometimes, it makes me mad. Because people inside don't know. They don't know. Anytime they see their politicians say, they will hate them. They will clap for them. They will sing their praises. How could you, someone who is killing you, if you know what these politicians do at your back, if you know what they do at your back, when you see them, they will start running because they know that you are going to stone them. The future belongs to us. It is there for us to take the future. It is there for us to useless it. Nigerians, I thank God we have access to internet. Among the African countries, Nigerians are in the forefront in the use of internet. If Nigerians mean well and they say they want to change this country, with the number of people on the internet, 1 month Nigeria is going to change. But tribe will not let us to do this. I am telling everybody time with that number. If you are Igbo man, Yoruba people is not your problem. Hausa people is not your problem. The Edos is not your problem. We are just victims. So we are just victims. Me and you, we are victims. We are not the issue. There are a set of people who are there who don't want Nigeria to move forward. I'm just telling you that Eko Dangote, they sabotage his refinery. Dangote cannot get oil, crude oil that we are producing. He can't get it for his refinery. He had to import. He had to import crude oil. People who are holding Nigeria in ransom, they are not more than 60. They're about 60. One of them died last 2 years. People who are holding Nigeria ransom, anything they say will happen. But you know what? I believe, it will be broken. It will be broken because with the way things are going, I'm sorry to say this. I'm responsible for what I'm saying, but I'm not responsible for your understanding. I want things to be more harder in Nigeria. I know why I'm saying it too. I want things to be more harder because Nigerians are still enjoying. They are still enjoying upon the whole note. When Tinubu assumed as president, the first statement Tinubu made was subsidies removed. That was how fuel went up. Everything went up. Now, let me shock you. After saying subsidies removed, he started paying subsidy and started collecting the money that is coming out that the people are using to buy fuel at a high price. Up till now, they are paying subsidy when he told us that subsidy is gone. Tinubu went to United Arab Emirates. The following day, he said they have cancelled the visa restriction. Now, people started applying for visa. United Arab Emirates said, no, we did not tell Tinubu that we cancel visa restriction. We did not discuss anything like that. Tinubu went to Saudi Arabia. He said he met a shipping industry that they're about to bring a $600 million investment in Nigeria. Everybody were jubilating. The following day, the shipping company, not just that they published something, they went on interview on CNN. They said they did not discuss with Nigerian president, nothing like that. They did not discuss with president that they are coming to invest 600 million. And as they are saying it, Share was about to invest about 600 million. That was 6 billion. Share was about to invest 6 billion in Port Harcourt. Share took it to Angola. Everybody started living in Nigeria because everywhere, inflation, high tax, nothing was working. Everybody, big companies begin to live in Nigeria. Everybody started saying we are losing. MTN will say we lose billion. This one say we lose billion. This one will say we lose billion. So everything is catastrophic. It's absolutely catastrophic. Now, Nigerians have been lied to. Everything we are seeing are lies. It is because you people have not sit to think about anything. No. You people have not sit down to think about anything. So many things you are seeing in Nigeria, they told you, all of them are totally lied. And one of the fraud in Nigeria is what they call June 12th. That thing they call June 12, they call it Democracy Day. If they told you that Tinubu is part of people who fought for democracy, will you believe? Tinubu look at somebody who fought for democracy, somebody who said, it is my turn. If they challenge me that they are making me not to win, snatch it, grab it, take it, and run with it. Is that the person that fought for democracy, sabotaging democracy? No, people should think they did not fight for democracy in June 12. They fought for power. There is this one between fighting for power and fighting for democracy. June 12 is not a democracy day. June 12 is a power day, power Thursday day, the day they try to rescue power from the military. Because today, as I speak to you, we don't have democracy, we have power. We have civilians' power. We don't have democracy. Because democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This government is not for you. It belongs to some people. It belongs to selective politicians. And this government is not for you. It is not from you. You are not the one electing them. The dividends of the democracy is not for you. Nigeria is too rich for us to be experiencing all this mess. Let us call the spade a spade. Nigeria is too rich for us to be experiencing all this mess. Let me read some comments. Mr. Jones says Tinubu is laughing at us. Absolutely. I don't know whether Tinubu is laughing at us, but many people are laughing at us. They are really laughing at us because for them, these people don't even know what they are doing. All these politicians, they are multi-billionaires. That is my pain. They don't feel any pain. They don't, even their children, they send them to abroad. These people don't believe in Nigeria. If they want to build school, they are building it for we, poor masses. If they want to build hospital, they are building it for us, we, the poor masses. Why? Why? Their children can't go to public institutions or public hospitals because they don't believe in Nigeria. They don't believe in Nigeria. And if they see anybody talking against Nigeria, they will think that, oh, this person doesn't believe in Nigeria. This person is trying to survive. But these people are the ones who don't believe in Nigeria. Onyekwendo Osindi says, yes. Sam Onyekwere, good morning. Okocha, you are also an absolutely correct and on point. There is no citizenship in any part of Nigeria. Nigeria can be an exception. Say, Raymond, good morning, welcome. Mr. Jones says, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Can you imagine? One of the family members told me they will bleed Nigeria die. One of the family members, is that family member a politician, Mr. Jones? He said one of the family members told you that they will bleed Nigeria dry. Is that person a family member or his brother or his father working in Share or NMPC? You see, telling you that they will bleed Nigeria dry. It's not their fault. Onyekwere says the Okocha, Davido Mahi and Hopeless Ozodenjo are the two Bonda Tinubu propaganda megaphone, of course, especially in the southeast. Navidad, good morning and welcome. He say, I came to UK as a university graduate. After my settlement, I started university again, and because it is free. Government paid my tuition fee for first degree, a master's degree, and also paid me allowances. That is good. And that is such things, Navidad. That is such thing we pray to happen in Nigeria, but I have come to realize that it's not by wishing it or by praying it. We must take this country by ourselves, and we must do the necessary things for us to be able to share the kind of story that you are sharing. Well, anyway, if I did not share it, I think my children will share it, because I believe we'll get it right by all means. Mr. Raymond is saying, because they want to continue their foundation selfishness again, okay? Wow, we all grew up together. Okay, you grew up together with the person. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. It is well. I wish to see us together again tomorrow for another issue that is bothering our nation. I don't know the news that we broke tomorrow. You know, in Nigeria, different news every day, different thing is happening. So depending on what is going on tomorrow, that will be our topic for tomorrow's night broadcast. Very soon, we'll call it a night. Mr. Kevin, they say in USA, citizens and green card holder can get government loans and free loans to go to college and universities. Awesome. And that is how it's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. Thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate your time and everything. Mr. Jones says it is only force that will remove these clans. Yes, it will be by force. It will be by force, because if they can't go out through election because they know how to rig election and all those things, there is nothing we can do. I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I know that some persons are supposed to be working, some persons are supposed to be sleeping. I really thank you for your time and everything. I appreciate. See you tomorrow night by 12:30 to 1 o'clock Nigerian time. Please kindly tune here. Let's also discuss what is going on. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones. Thank you so much. We are trying to be more. Thank you and good night, everyone. I really appreciate